and welcome back to Hope Talks. Today I want to talk about something that I think a lot of us struggle with, especially when we feel lost, confused, or just trying to figure out who we are. The truth is you cannot step into a calling that's not yours. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much you admire something else or someone else, their calling isn't your calling, and that's an awesome thing. Let's break that down. Today we live in a society that tells us to compare. Look at what she's doing. Look at how successful he is. His business is thriving. Look at how she speaks, sings, leads, or serves. Without even realizing it, we start reaching for things that were never meant for us. We try to make their calling our calling, but God didn't mess up when He created you. He didn't forget to give you purpose. You're not a copy, you're not an afterthought. You're made for purpose, on purpose. And that purpose is for you alone. Let's go to the Word real quick. In 1 Corinthians 12:14-18, NLT says, yes, the body has many different parts, not just one part. If the whole body were an eye, would you be able to hear? Or if your whole body were an ear, would you be able to smell anything? But our bodies have many parts, and God put each part just where He wants it. That's so clear. You have a role. You have a lane. Trying to be someone else, ear trying to be an eye, you'll burn out and you'll never be able to see what God has clearly for you. But why? Because that's simply not how God wired you. He wanted you to be in your specific role to be able to match the other people's roles. I've learned that the hard way. I've tried stepping into places that look holy, but I essentially was faking peace. I had no anointing there. It looked so good and it wasn't God's will for me. And when it's not God's will, it won't last. I went to this youth group once and I immediately saw how energetic their worship was, how exciting it was, how on fire they were for Christ. And I tried to mimic it. I tried to jump up and down. I tried to praise. But that wasn't how I was meant to praise. I was meant to praise how God called me to praise. Jesus said in John 15:16, you didn't choose me, I chose you. I anointed you to go and produce lasting fruit. Lasting fruit only comes when you're walking in what He anointed you for. Not what you picked because it looked shiny or because it looked good. So here's today's bullet points. You don't have to force your calling. Don't try to step into a calling that's not yours. You don't have to try and imitate someone else's calling. You just have to be faithful in what's already in your hands that God's placed you with. So ask God today, God, what have you called me to do? Where have you placed me to help others today? What does obedience look like? Because when you walk in your calling, the one who fits you like skin, there's peace, there's power, and there's purpose there. So don't chase someone else's assignment. Protect your own. That's all for today. I hope this encourages you to stop striving and start listening. Because your calling is already waiting on you. All you have to do is say yes. Thank you for being here. Remember, you're worth it. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a blessed day.